conclusion to this conversation is, do we have a problem up front? Yes. Is the problem large enough for what I'm seeing on Twitter and Facebook and different content creators and everything else? No. It's not. Because when Austin come back, all of this chat, and it's going to be one of the moments that you kind of referenced to last week or 2 weeks ago when you were like, JJ just wants to have a I told you so moment. No, that's not necessarily the case. That's not necessarily the case. But when Austin come back or Chandler decides to take over the starting job, it's going to be one of them situations. Because guess what? Chandler Zavala came back off an injury, his second one of the year, unfortunately, came back, and guess what happened? Soon as he got back, he's taking a bulk, and I quote, per source, a bulk of the snaps with the starters in offensive line versus defensive line drills. So just relax.
Well, the thing is, when he comes back, when the whole offensive line comes back, whoever you may have it, when we go out and play extra games of the season, and when they fuck up and we sit and watch film, I'm going to do the same exact shit because that's what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to see who fucked up, tell what looked like bullshit. They didn't look like they were ready. It's going to be games like that. I'm going to come and do the same exact shit because that's just the reality of the situation. They went out there and looked like bullshit. It's going to be many games. I ain't going to say many. It's going to be some games during the season where they're going to go out there and look like bullshit. And we're going to come in here and say the same exact thing. I am, that they look like bullshit. I'm not shooting the niggas no bail because it was a preseason game. If you look like bullshit, you look like bullshit.
It was a preseason game.
And they don't get no – I'm not shooting them no bail, like I said. If you look like bullshit, you look like bullshit.
And so then that just makes you sound like an uneducated fan.
How?
Easy. It just makes you sound like an uneducated fan. And then and you're misguiding and misusing your platform.
No, nigga, that's what you're doing by shooting them bail. Like, you're not pointing out what you've seen on tape.
I pointed out what I seen on tape.
And you're saying that it's okay because it's a preseason game. Like,
everybody got beat. Everybody got beat a couple reps. Everybody won a couple reps. Everybody got beat a couple reps in a preseason game. That's what I saw. That's what my report is.
Okay, and because I want to break it down a little bit further, I'm misguided and I'm uneducated.
Because I said that's what that makes you sound.
And because I'm speaking with emotion, because I just seen my team, who I've been a fan of for fucking years, and been following this whole fucking summer, just like you have, went to training camp, seen their practices back and back, and they go out there and put on a performance like that. Because I'm emotional about it, that makes me sound uneducated and misguided. Because that makes no sense.
Because you're emotional about a preseason game.
No, I'm emotional.
If you're emotional because it's week 7, week 8, and things just simply aren't clicking yet, then we're having a conversation.
Was he not emotional about training camp? Was he not fucking emotional about training camp? It makes no sense. Like, you're contradicting yourself. It makes no sense.
How was I emotional about training camp?
Are you serious?
Yeah. How was I emotional about training camp? I said Bryce Young looked like pure shit when I was there, which was backed by niggas that had been at every single practice.
Receivers not winning routes.
These were all observations. But I wasn't emotional about that shit leaving camp because it's camp. I done seen fucking Baker Mayfield make me feel like the bitch was Pat Mahomes.
That's not
leaving
true,
training camp. And I told you when I left training camp, I'm not falling into this trap again with anybody.
We have multiple witnesses. That's not true. That's not true. You were emotional at training camp.
I wasn't emotional at all at training camp.
You
felt as though y'all niggas felt as though I was being emotional at training camp because the sorry bitch was playing like garbage, and I'm sorry for getting so loud and calling niggas out of their names, but y'all felt like I was being emotional because I went down there and y'all told me this nigga was XYZ and I ain't see it. And because I called it out, now I'm being emotional.
Taven, what am I doing right now? What am I doing, Taven? Calling the shit out, ain't I?
Yep.
I mean, oh my God, like this is really crazy.
I mean, to be fair, there's never been not one training camp JJ's left where he hasn't been emotional. So
I don't know
so
what he's. I don't know who he's fooling. Like, Dunk just had to talk the nigga off the ledge because he was going so crazy on Bryce.
Y'all can roll the
I
film.
said because I told and I still told Dunk the first day that nigga played like a 5.
A 4. You said a 4.
Yeah, you said a 4.
And I changed it to a 5. Yes or no? Did I not say a 4.5, 5? Did I not, in that 2-hour episode with Dunk, did I not say, okay, cool, maybe my expectations were too high, I'll give him a 4.5, 5? Was that not a conversation? Roll the foot. I don't need to see. This is the thing about me, nigga. I watch the film and I watch what the fuck I say. So I know what the fuck I say.
Well, you are emotional.
Y'all niggas go fucking watch it. It's a 2-part. Matter of fact, run the fucking streams up. It was a 2-part. I know what the fuck I said.
You were emotional at
training camp. No, it won't no fucking emotional. Y'all niggas want to suck the nigga's dick and he ain't done a bitch ass thing. So then I get emotional because I say he look like fucking dog shit. Then I get emotional, quote unquote, because I say he look like fucking dog shit.
This is crazy. I really hope y'all tune into this episode. This is crazy.
Everybody calm the fuck down. Everybody calm the fuck down. Far as I'm concerned, we still gonna win fucking bare minimum 10 games. Everybody want to do all this panicking and crying and shit over one fucking preseason game. For what?
I still haven't changed my record, folks. I still say 9-8 with my emotional ass.
Cool. So then don't even fucking bring it up. If nothing has changed, why are we even having this conversation for this long?
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to break it down.
Nothing has changed. We're having a fucking 45-minute conversation.
Yes.
Because the offensive line lost a couple of reps with the starting quarterback back there for 3 drives.
It was more than a couple.
Yeah, I swear it was. A lot more than a couple.
For 3 drives.
And all the training camp.
Thank you, Tavian.
I guarantee, since y'all niggas want to make this shit a joke, right? Cool. Let's just put money up right now on air, on camera. I guarantee you, both of y'all niggas, and we'll go $50 a piece. I guarantee you we have a top 11 offensive line in the NFL this season.
I'm not. Why would I bet against you on my own team?
Y'all want to do all of this chuckling and say X, Y, Z and do all of this, whatever the fuck. Okay, cool. I guarantee you we have a top 11 offensive line. We can go based off of PFF, because I already know what you about to say. We can go based off of PFF, off a run, off a pass block, whatever y'all want to do. I guarantee you we'll have a top 11 offensive line.
That doesn't
through the duration of the season.
That doesn't negate the fact they look like bullshit last week.
Okay, cool.
Why would I bet you against my own team? That would just be fucking dumb.
All right, cool.
I pray we have a number 1 offensive line, but based off what I seen last week, debatable.
22.
Okay. 22 what?
That'll be the 22nd ranked offensive line.
Okay, cool. So are we putting money up?
We talk about it off air.
No, we ain't talking about shit off air. And then when we talk money, then niggas want to talk about some shit off air. After doing all of this crying and complaining. Just calm down, bro. All of this shit, but this is what happens though. This is what happens though. When you get a little more media attention, when you got more fans at training camp than ever before, now you got everybody that got a fucking opinion, and everybody want to start doing all of this crying and panicking because they expecting one thing and they get another. Just calm down. Everybody sit the fuck back and enjoy the show. It's week 1 of the training of the preseason. So if we and this is what I want, because you're gonna be recording next week, and you're gonna be sitting right in the same spot that you sitting in right now. So this is what I want from both of y'all. If we go out that bitch and we hang up 25 or more against the Giants on Friday, keep the same fucking energy. So all that crying and shit, all of that, this and that, X, Y, Z, offensive line gonna be this. We got a problem here. We got a problem there. Keep the same energy, bro.
Said we had the same problem.
It's the preseason.
You said we had the same problem.
It's the preseason.
I'm just breaking it down a little more than you are. You said we had the same problems.
It's the preseason.